Hello and welcome back to Everything Boats with Captain Frank Lanier, where we discuss boats and boating, from maintenance and repairs to seamanship and safety, as well as everything in between. This podcast is a companion to my YouTube channel of the same name, so if you like and find it useful, be sure to subscribe and please check out my YouTube channel as well, where you'll find hundreds of informative videos on pretty much every boating topic imaginable. So today's podcast is based on a segment of my YouTube channel called Ask Captain Frank. And this is where I take questions from my YouTube channel viewers, customers of my marine survey business, or just people randomly calling me up trying to get me to answer shit for free. So today's topic is negotiating repairs or items that need to be repaired that are found during a marine survey. When you purchase a boat, you make an offer on it contingent on the marine surveyor. Well, what happens when you find problems during the marine survey that need to be addressed? And this came about from a client of mine that we were talking about it, and we were discussing findings and how you could go about renegotiating or getting some credit or discount or whatever on those findings. So again, the question that I'm answering was posed by a client of mine. He made his offer contingent on a marine survey, findings of a marine survey. And we did the survey. And at the end of the day, when we had our debrief, we talked about the issues I found. And then the client was trying to determine how is the best way to approach the seller to try to get some credit for these or knock off some price or whatever. So essentially what I told him was that, you know what, when you make your offer, it's based on what you know about the boat. We do the survey, we find the problems, and now we've got a list of issues that need to be resolved. Everything that's wrong with the boat that you're buying that you find during your marine survey can be solved in one of four ways. The first way would be you tell the seller that, hey, you know what? I want you guys to fix this. That's the simplest way to get it done, and that's the simplest way for you as the buyer. The problem is most of the time when people are, selling a boat, they may be less inclined to spend some money to try to fix stuff. So what they would rather do is option number two. We'll knock off some money and you fix it. And let's say, for example, and I'm just pulling numbers out of the air. Let's say, for example, the item that you want to get fixed is $500. It costs $500 to fix it. And the seller says, okay, you know what? I'm going to knock off $500 and you fix it. Well, if you think you can fix it yourself for $200 or $300, let's say $300. If you think you can fix it yourself for $300 and he's going to knock off $500, well, now you've got $200 of sweat equity into the boat. The third option might be that, and again, let's just keep the $500 thing right. The buyer may say, you know what, it's going to be $500. I'll split the difference with you. I'll pay half and you pay half, and then we'll go from there. And the fourth option may be, you know what, the price is so low, you're going to have to just suck it up. One of those four ways will solve every problem on that boat as far as getting it fixed. The caveat here to all this is that if it's something that's fairly straightforward. So let's say the seller knocks off $500. It's something pretty straightforward. You say, okay, I'll fix it. And then you fix it. But what if it's something more complex? Then the seller may say, you know what, I'll knock off $500. Well, what if it's $1,000 by the time you get out of there? And this could be, something, more complex like engine problems or, problems with the running gear, replacing cutlass bearings and all that good stuff, right? So it just kind of depends what the item is going to determine which way you want to negotiate the price. But again, to recap, four ways to fix everything. You tell the buyer to fix it, best way for you. The second would be, I'll knock off the cost of the item. I'll reduce the sale price of the boat and you fix it. The third option, we'll split the difference. I'll pay half, you pay half. And then you kind of go from there. That's how you kind of have to do it when you're negotiating, for items on a boat after you've had your survey done and you find your problems that you weren't aware of. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And if so, and you want to buy Captain Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the support link in the text description below. All monies received, not spent on coffee, will go towards making even more awesome podcasts for my channel. And as always, thank you for your support.